Welcome to another tropical update from Cayman Hurricane Center. We are monitoring Sub Tropical Storm Alberto as it gets ready to make its landfall in northwestern Florida. Just before I do get into this update, I would like to quickly apologize for not being able to get updates out earlier than this. I've been having some technical difficulties with the software and the program to edit this video, but anyway, I'll get into that at a later time. Let's get right into Subtropical Storm Alberto. As of the 10 a.m. advisory this morning on Monday the 28th of May 2018, the location of Alberto was 29.5 north, 85.8 west, or about 50 miles west-southwest of Apalachicola, Florida, or 50 miles south of Panama City, Florida. Maximum sustained winds are about 60 miles per hour. Present movement generally northwards at 8 miles per hour, with a minimum central pressure of 992 millibars. We do have tropical storm warnings in effect for Swanee River to the Alabama-Florida border. We also have a storm surge watch in effect for Swanee River to Mexico Beach. Earlier there were tropical storm warnings west of the Alabama-Florida border, however, since been discontinued. Here is the latest satellite imagery of Alberto, and as you can see, the center of circulation is more or less located right up in here, and you can definitely see the circulation of Alberto as it gets ready to move onshore. Want to stress a key point here, however. Despite the winds and the core of the system, the main issue, the main threat from this system will be the rainfall, will be the precipitation from the system as it makes its way into Florida. As you can see here on the satellite imagery, we do have the atmospheric river, as it's called, coming up out of the central South America, out of the Caribbean and up the Florida, up the East Coast, up the Gulf Coast, and you can definitely see it coming across up along here. This has been causing some issues, few flood events, and also this will continue to bring precipitation towards Florida. Right now the precipitation is rather scattered, especially along the areas here. However, that may soon change as a lot more moisture starts to make its way up northwards into the state of Florida. So even after the storm makes its landfall, be aware that the rainfall, the flooding issue still may not be over with yet. And also with these storms, you will have the chance of some severe weather as well as the occasional tornado threat from this. From our headquarters here at Cayman Hurricane Center and here in the Cayman Islands, we are still very much overcast and still stormy with on and off showers. We have had some thunderstorms pass through, some lightning and thunder rolling through as well. So again, the threat for the rainfall and for some thunderstorms are certainly not over even after landfall. Another way of showing this, here is the total precipitable water imagery. So basically it takes all the available moisture in the atmosphere and sort of throws it on the map and shows you where the concentrated areas of moisture is. And as you can see here, we can definitely see the core of Alberto spinning away here in the northeastern Gulf of Mexico, but also quite clearly visible is this atmospheric river that is being drawn up out of the western Caribbean Sea and up across the southeastern, eastern parts of the United States. There was a recent major flooding event that had occurred up further north. This is where the tropical moisture met a frontal boundary, and the focusing energy along here caused quite a bit of a flooding event up there. I think it was Ellicott City that got the worst of that. But yeah, so here is the radar imagery of the area of the core of Alberto, and as you could definitely see, it there spinning away here. You can definitely see the bands starting to move through. Definitely you can see Panama City. They're already passed through this first band here. You got that second band about to come in, as well as here along the I-10, that band is expected to move through, and Pensacola there to the west of where the main core center is. They will start to see the part of the bands along here as it starts to move through that way and around. So we'll monitor things very closely. We'll let you know if there's anything, if there's any major changes, but other than that, that is basically what we are seeing. Here is the regional satellite, the composite satellite of the Western Caribbean, and as you can see, we have a lot more moisture to come. So be aware of that. We do have hurricane hunters flying into the system here. As you can see, this is the data, the flight map and data from the hurricane hunters, which is currently about to make its fourth pass into the center of circulation. Just to get your bearings here, here is Florida here, and here is the core of the system, and as per mentioned, the strongest winds and the strongest effect of the system is on the eastern side. As you can see, on their western pass of the center, the winds aren't that strong, and it's sort of what you would normally see this time of year. Although I will say that Alberta is sort of a unusual one, as in terms of the storm and the intensity of the storm, especially pressure-wise, this is according to Phil Klotzbach from Colorado State University, this is the strongest storm since 1972 for May in the area. So yeah, this is sort of a unusual event, I would say. Yes, definitely. Anyway, so I'll be back a little bit later to discuss further on Alberto. I'll also be doing another video to letting you know what had occurred in the Western Caribbean and here in the Cayman Islands as Alberto was forming and moving through the northwestern Caribbean before it made its way to the Gulf of Mexico. And also I'll be doing another video just giving an overall update on the status of stuff here at Cayman Hurricane Center and how you may be able to get involved here at Cayman Hurricane Center, become a member, and help us out, and yeah, some of your content may very well be put up on the channel and shared to the world. So that's it from me, Adam, at Cayman Hurricane Center. I'll be back later.